as we find ourselves still stuck at home, almost 2 months later, as we're wrestling through what is next and how do we even survive this pandemic that we're living in, what does it look like to get back to life as normal? And I just want to acknowledge, I want to take a moment to say that maybe it's okay that life isn't as normal right now. I want to acknowledge the fact that for many of us, this season has been really tough and really challenging. And part of that probably is the fact that you feel alone in this season. Oh, and how I wish and I long that we could just be together, and I wish that I could give you a hug, and I wish I could tell you in person that it's going to be okay. And yet we find ourselves with this distance. We find ourselves with the frustrations of not being able to be together. And I just want to pause. I want to have a brief moment of encouragement for all of us. And I want to say that it's okay to feel these things. That it's okay to feel the hurt and the frustration, the overwhelmingness of this season at times. I want to remind you that you're not alone in this season. That even though you're stuck at home and you feel like maybe nobody fully understands the weight of the work on your shoulders, or what it's like to homeschool your kids, or what it's like to try to do work virtually from this season, and you feel isolated in that, I want to remind you that you're not alone in that. That lie of you being all alone and stuck in this season is not true. That there are people who love you and care about you and are in this with you. I want to remind you that you are deeply loved and known and seen in this season. Over the course of the next few weeks, I want to just kind of put out a video here or there of just some encouragement. I know I find myself feeling very isolated and alone. I find myself wrestling through my purpose in this season. And I just want to remind us all that we're in this. I want to remind us all that we can find our sense of purpose and our sense of being not through what we do, but through our identity and the fact that we are daughters and sons of God. I want to remind us it's okay to feel the things that we feel. Like deep down in our soul, in the innermost part of our being, I want to attend to that in these moments together. And so I just want to encourage you, and I want to challenge us all as we think through what does it look like to do life well in the season. I want to remind us that we're not alone. I want to remind you that you're cared and you're loved and you're known. And that together would we be able to rally behind the fact that we're in this together. And we're going to get through it. And that we're growing in the midst of it. And that we would take time to allow our souls to be filled and to be mended in this season, as only God can do. And that's my prayer and that's my heart in these. And so join us these next few weeks as we keep going through just a brief moment of encouragement for your week, a brief moment of care for your soul, as we reorient our eyes on Jesus.